another attorney commercial with big promises? Millions of dollars, practicing law 24 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Let's get rid of the smoke and mirrors. None of that really matters. What does matter? Having a medical doctor as your attorney. That matters.
Hey there, crew. It's about 7:30 here on April Fool's Day. And earlier, I did a live stream and sent some of you to the 24-hour channel. Some of you hadn't watched that yet, so that was my little April Fool's joke to you. And, I can do things the way I want to here, which is what's kind of nice. Thanks for watching Peaks2Plains Weather. I am Chief Meteorologist Matt Meister, and the first quarter of Peaks2Plains Weather is underway. I've had a couple growing pains, but it's been really, really well. App downloads, how many people are watching, consuming on the website, on social media, Roku, Fire TV, and the app, all above where I thought this would be at this point. And so, I'm excited to do it. I'm going to do a little bit of weather here in a little bit, but I want to take a moment after the first 3 months to thank some of my partners here and welcome some new ones. We've got the Barrier Group, Remax of Pueblo, that is joining us, Diligent Homes, got F&B Landscaping, Petrali Roofing coming on here. I've had a great partnership with Phil Longford, Motor City, Ramos Law, lots of small businesses, Twin Hounds, Biscuit Company. You can check out the businesses that are partnering here with Peaks2Plains Weather on the website. If you go to advertise, if you'd like to advertise with Peaks2Plains Weather, you can do so under there. But you can check out all the partners here and super happy to have them. Tamco Building Products, Fetch Pet Care, just so many good groups. Rundle Heating and Cooling, Advanced Impressions, who I have partnered with for my merch, Peak Alerts, just so many awesome businesses here and nonprofit groups across the area making this possible. So thanks for starting your morning here with me. And it is time to do a little bit of weather. So I'm going to head over to the weather wall because we have a weather system moving in today, and the heart of it kind of crosses over Colorado. So here's what we've got. Yesterday we had 50s and 60s out there. Kind of felt nice. I don't know about you, but I liked it. There was clouds. There was breezes picked up in the afternoon. Felt a little bit cool. Early this morning, we're sitting here mainly in the 30s and 40s. It's been a little bit warmer around Trinidad. Some warmer airs tried to come over Raton Pass from New Mexico. And we've had a few sprinkles out across the plains early this morning. Not all of this is making it down to the ground. I've had a couple showers over the higher peaks of the Sangre de Cristos, but you can see that there is moisture here over the western U.S., and it is coming our way with this little system here that you see around Vegas. There is some cool air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere with that thing, and that's going to move overhead here in the afternoon and keep us with at least a chance of some showers east of the mountains. We've got this thing coming on shore here across the Pacific Northwest. That one's going to move through on Friday, bring a second round of snow to the mountains. And we are getting some here early this morning. You can see the slopes there in Aspen. I mean, it's no secret. It hasn't been great. And we will be above freezing at the base today for Aspen, even with the storm moving through. We've seen some snowflakes from time to time. You can see some falling there now. This is Copper Mountain here early this morning, and it's coming down in Crested Butte as well. It's big, wet flakes, sloppy stuff that isn't the greatest to ski in, but we'll take it for sure. And we should see off and on snow through the day today at Crested Butte. In fact, if you have travel plans westward, it's enough that it'll cause some issues up over the passes, no doubt about that. And there are winter weather advisories really up and down the mountains here, especially along and west of the Continental Divide into this evening, because that's how long it'll take for this to get out of here. I do think a couple spots down south may end up with around a foot, again, real sloppy, cementy kind of stuff, and heavier over the central and southern mountains than the northern mountains with this first round, but that's kind of flip-flopped for the next one coming in. Banjo's barometer today going with an 8. Chance of a shower here later on today, here and there. Not everybody's going to see them. It's not a great chance, but there's a chance, and you might hear some thunder as well, and that's because of that cool pocket of air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere that I was talking about. So we're in the 40s and 50s over the mountains today. Obviously, this is not the coldest winter storm we've ever had. 50s and 60s again over the mountains, maybe getting close to 70 in a couple spots. Through the morning, we'll keep the action up over the mountain areas. You can see in some spots, especially here around Crested Butte and then around Wolf Creek Pass, some of that snow will be quite heavy at times. Then we get into the middle part of the day. early part of the afternoon, we start to destabilize the atmosphere a little bit over the eastern mountains, and we'll start to build up some cumulus clouds. And so we can't rule out a shower here across the Front Range and the plains as we head into the evening, and perhaps even a thunderstorm in one of these. If you hear some thunder today, don't be surprised. Also might put down a little bit of grapple if you get one of those things. And those will all move off to the east in the evening. We're more likely to get them up over the Palmer Divide than we are in Colorado Springs proper, Pueblo, Walsenburg, and Trinidad. I mean, I can't rule it out in these areas. It's just up across the Palmer Divide and then across the far eastern plains where we're a little more likely to do that. Head through the evening and overnight, we're starting to wind the snow down over the mountain areas, and it'll take until the early morning of Thursday to get all of that out of here. Now, that cool pocket of air that I was talking about in the heart of that system increases the lapse rates. The lapse rates are how quickly the atmosphere is cooling off as you go up. And the quicker you cool it off, kind of more instability you have in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. And that's what we're picking up here. This is not any strong thunderstorms by any stretch. I mean, my scale here goes up into some bright reds and stuff. I'll put that label on here as I kind of get ready for thunderstorm season. But I just want you to know it's a possibility. And now that we're into April here, that's not a big surprise. I mean, we've had a couple rounds of thunder through, March and February, so that just becomes more likely with time. Tomorrow is the other end of the weather spectrum again. You see we're back to around 80 over parts of the plains. Overnight tonight, as that system gets out of here, we'll have some gusty wind on the eastern slopes of the mountains. All the way up and down Colorado, but through the day tomorrow, we're in between systems and we start to throw that desert air back over Colorado with some gusts over 45 over the mountains, between 20 and 40 across the Front Range and Plains. Some areas a little bit windier than others tomorrow, but the humidity will be back down low. So you know the drill here. This is a fire weather day. These will be upgraded to red flag warnings here, I think, during the day today. So during the afternoon, just another, day to be aware. Then we have that second system coming in from the northwest here. The energy with it is going to swing across Colorado as we move through the day on Friday. It keeps kind of looking less exciting, but I'm going to keep a chance of showers in the forecast, and I'll talk about that when we come back after this short break.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
Here's to 150 years of the state we call home.
At Phil Long Ford Motor City, we've been around for 80 years. That's like 560 in dog years. Basically, we're the top dogs of Colorado. And thanks to our dealers, selection, and service, we've earned some pretty loyal customers. And our GM Mark, he's the most loyal guy I know. Even after I chewed up his shoe, it was delicious.
Great trucks, amazing deals, and belly rubs for dogs. Come see why Colorado drives Phil Long Ford Motor City. Hey guys, where's my shoe?
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for the places that matter to you most, so you know what's happening and what to do next. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
And you should take the opportunity while it is quiet to get ready for the next couple of months that might have some fire weather concerns. There's no doubt about that. If you're in El Paso, Teller County, sign up for Peak Alerts at peakalerts.org. I had the opportunity to talk to a member of the Arizona State University Alumni Association about a special event coming up in southern Colorado that honors the life of Pat Tillman, who played football at Arizona State University, also played in the NFL for the Arizona Cardinals, and he served after 9/11 in the Army Rangers and laid his life down. ASU has a big run that they do every year honoring him and supporting some special causes. Let's learn about that now. It's one of the ways we build community.
Arizona State has honored him by creating the Pat Tillman Foundation in conjunction with his family. And there's a scholarship fund which this race supports, so it's all nonprofit. But the proceeds from the race will go to the Pat Tillman Foundation Scholarship. And it's an event that's held across the country The big one is in Tempe, Arizona, where they run into the Sun Devil football stadium, and we're just one of those honor runs around the country.
And tell me, like, it's the alumni group that is doing this here in Southern Colorado and across the country, because even if you can't be there, they want to give people the opportunity to honor the life he lived, but to, you know, support the cause and the Tillman scholarships as well.
Right. Yes. So we'll have the event this year at the Bear Creek Regional Park, and people can come out. It's really a walk run type of an event. It's not timed. It's 4.2 miles in honor of the jersey number he wore, 42. Right. So we really just encourage people to come out. It's family friendly. Bear Creek Park here in the city has really stepped up and offered us a premium spot to begin and start and end our race. We've got a big pavilion area with playgrounds for kids, and we really want to make it where people can come out, and strollers are welcome. Pets, leash pets are fine. And, you know, we can just have a nice event for everyone to participate in.
And so that's the area that is just to the west of 21st Street, I think, where all the pavilions and everything are, if I'm kind of putting my mind in the right place, right?
Yeah, it's right at the intersection of Lower Gold Camp and I'm sorry, the other cross street I don't know, but the address is 2002 Creek Crossing Street, and we've got ways people can contact us. We've got the Facebook page for the Colorado Tillman Honor Run. That's got all the information there. There's also a phone number where people can contact us for more information. And I think that's most of the details right there.
Okay, well, there you go. Thanks for joining us. Scott Davis from the Arizona State University Alumni Association, the Colorado Tillman Honor Run. It is a big tradition, obviously, in Arizona, but it continues here in Southern Colorado as well and supports great causes and honors his life. So, Scott, thanks for joining me this morning. I appreciate it, my friend. My best to you with the run here coming up in a couple weeks on April 18th. And thanks for joining me this morning. Well, one of the things that I look forward to doing here with Peaks2Plains Weather is celebrating the good things happening in our community. And there's a number of ways you can get in contact with me. Obviously, social media. There's a contact us page here at the bottom of Peaks2PlainsWeather.com. And so, you know, if you have an event that is close to your heart, the festivals in our communities, I want to get out to these things. Be out and about, talk to everybody about weather, and celebrate what makes Southern Colorado such a great place to be. Because there's so many fun things to do, so many nonprofits that are doing such good work. And, you know, I'd like to use this platform to be able to talk about that. Let's talk about our extended forecast here. As we move into late Thursday night into Friday, we've got this next round of weather coming our way. And this is the pattern change that we were talking about for the back part of March, kind of heading from March into April, how we were going to have some active weather. And this wave had so much potential last week. For about 4 or 5 days, I was like, oh, this might actually work out, be in a good place. And then all of a sudden over the weekend, everything took it up to the north. We are going to get some energy to rotate across the area. We'll give more snow Thursday night and Friday to the central and northern mountains compared to what we will have through the day today when the central and southern part do a little bit more. Again, Thursday's a fire weather day, and then here you see the snow coming into the mountains early Friday morning. Now, this will kind of be a quick hitter, and we'll start to sort of wind down pretty quick on Friday, but if you're traveling west of Denver, maybe going up over Monarch Pass, but certainly more up here, maybe going up north of the upper Arkansas River Valley up through Leadville to drop toward Vail or something like that if you're going to Eagle. That's where you'll be more likely to have some travel issues. The trailing wave, and there's a little jet streak in here, is going to move over southern Colorado late in the day. And the computer models kind of keep looking less and less impressive here, but I don't want to be like, hey, we're not going to have any issues or anything. Certainly not taking the chance of showers out of the forecast. Might even be a rumble of thunder there. Up over the Palmer Divide, depending how the temps are, because we'll get about a 20-degree drop between Thursday and Friday. Might get some rain changing over to snow, especially if you get a heavier shower or a thunderstorm. Some big wet flakes will be possible. Kind of late morning to early afternoon, and then through the afternoon here, at least a chance of some showers. It doesn't look all that impressive, mind you, but it is something I will watch here. Then we talk the extended forecast. Okay, I made a change this morning, and I put a chance of a thunderstorm in the forecast for Tuesday. I'll show you why here in a second. But a good drop between tomorrow, the fire weather day, and Friday. Kind of a cool day Saturday, warming back up. Easter looks quiet across southern Colorado. Then I've got this, at least a chance of a storm in the forecast. And then there's something else to watch for the late part of next week, a system that's a little bit stronger. So let's kind of work through all of this here on the large scale pattern. The Friday system, the heart of it's up to the north, trailing wave moving through, but we get that out of here over the weekend. On Monday, see this little kink in the black lines here around San Francisco? It's really, really subtle, but it's important. There's going to be some energy in the atmosphere. It's going to come with some moisture that's going to undercut this ridge here and is going to move across the Great Basin toward Colorado. And it moves overhead on Tuesday. I think that provides a little bit of instability, a little bit of moisture in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. That's why I added a chance of a thunderstorm. That's been there for a couple days now, so it's time to put it in the forecast. Then we're pretty quiet. We'll have to watch this system for the late part of next week. The jet, not as strong with that system as the one that is going to move through on Friday. But depending where it goes, we'll have to watch the timing. Again, we're talking more than a week out here. So, where this thing goes and what day it gets here can certainly move. And it's something that I'll watch, but that's what my forecast reflects right now. So Pueblo, I think, can't rule out a shower on Friday. Most of them probably off to our east, but we get a nice temperature drop warming up for Easter into the start of next week. Better chance of some showers and thunderstorms over and near the mountains, Pikes Peak region compared to Pueblo, but we'll keep an eye on that. Warming up again ahead of that system for the late part of next week that we'll just have to figure out where it goes. So that's how things are kind of looking as of now. And, here we go, crew. It's April. It is, man, my yard looks like early June. It's crazy. Things are the blooming and bushes and the grass and all that stuff. It is pretty wild kind of how good everything is looking in my yard. Let's, hope we don't pay the price for that at some point, but right now, it doesn't look that way. Here's what I'm going to leave you with today. This is pretty cool. This is Banjo's Buddies. I got this from Facebook. This came in as an owl that is sleeping. I don't know if owls lay eggs. I would assume, I guess they do lay eggs, right? I just sounded stupid. I didn't think about that before I said it. But yeah, there's going to be some new owls somewhere soon, kind of hanging out, and cool to see that. My friends, have a good day. It is April Fool's Day. Yes, for some of you, I did 2 rounds of this today. For others of you, I kind of tricked you the first go around. Just depends where you are. But thanks for telling your friends about Peaks2Plains Weather. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.